Okay, today we are playing a game on Dorado. We are in the Gold SR range, and we will be playing Baguette the entire way through. And our current team composition is Reinhardt, Roadhog, Torbjorn, Tracer, Moira, and Brigitte. So, it's not what I would consider to be the ideal DPS distribution. If they pick Pharah, we'll be pretty upset about that. Because we have nothing, actually, that can really deal with Pharah, except, you know, Moira and Roadhog can try, but that's kinda it. Tracer's not as bad as you might think against a Pharah, but her gun's not so inaccurate she can't do anything, but it's not what you consider to be the ideal circumstance. Pharah's also really popular in general right now, but particularly on Dorado, it's quite a good Pharah map. So, you know. Anyway, let's start the game. We've got a lot of game to watch currently, since it's a 20-minute video. Mind you, that's with like all the in-between parts and everything still, but... So Tracer has killed the Widowmaker that they apparently have, so that's cool. Also, like, not having a Zenyatta is pretty sad, but, you know, we're playing Brigitte, we only got one other healer, so it needs to be, like, a main healer, but it's kind of sad to not have a Zenyatta. Because you know how Season 10 is. You know how Season 10 is. So, anyway. We haven't got very much to do right now during this early stage. You know, Brigitte's not exactly a great poking hero, so we're just occasionally going out there to try with the whip shot and such. We've got this boy, he's being jumped on by, Torbjorn's being jumped on by Winston. Not exactly the ideal target for Winston to jump on, but he's trying. Just stun this boy. Just, like, stun him right now, because we want him, like, as close to dead as quickly as possible. We did stun him, but he fell off the edge after we'd stunned him. If we just stunned him right at the start, he'd be, like, sitting there like a lemon, and we would just kill him before he got anywhere. There's, not really much cause to wait on stunning somebody in that kind of position, unless it's somebody who has, like, a pivotal ability you would want to interrupt, like D.Va's missiles. You know, if you're trying to fight a D.Va as a Baguette, you will typically try to time it so you interrupt her missiles. But, you know, Winston doesn't have anything like that, so there's not really much point in waiting. So Reinhardt's put himself in an awkward position, but he's going to get out because the enemy team can't really punish him for it. Pick up some of that armor, dude, you know? Armor's really cool on supports in general, basically. So now we've got Rally. That's cool. Reinhardt just earth-shattered a bunch of people. Now yeah, the fight's basically over, so we don't really have to rally right now. No, we don't have to rally at all right now. The fight's, like, over. Roadhog's trying to fight Widowmaker, which is a fool's errand for him, but he's trying, bless his heart. Torbjorn might have better luck than him, honestly. Unless the Widowmaker is really, really bad. But, we shouldn't assume as much. So he's gone, like, all the way around to try and get her. It didn't work. Tracer's off doing her own thing, as she will, you know, as she's known to do. Unfortunately, they also have a Baguette, so she's now dead. There hasn't been very much for us to do yet, you know. Brigitte doesn't do much when things are in a neutral position. There are periods where you'll be waiting around. So, fight starts, we gotta start fighting right now. We pop Rally immediately. Why do we not have our armor pack? What did we do with that one? This is important. Ability usage is very important on Brigitte. Yeah, it looks like he might die, so, like, that's fair enough. But he's playing Roadhog at the same time. No, I would have done it. Like, he's critical health. You don't know if he's got to take a breather. You're gonna do it. It would be counterintuitive to say, hold it in that position because it's Roadhog. Like, you know, he's close to dying. You don't want to take the chance, right? Yeah, unfortunately, because of that happening, we didn't have it for Reinhardt, and Reinhardt turned out to be the one who really needed it, and Roadhog didn't. So we did pop Rally pretty soon in, but we're all getting, like, pushed apart by Winston, which is inconvenient. Torbjorn's died off in fucking Narnia or some shit, who knows. And it's not going well. Tracer's all the way over there, low health, we can't do much about that one. Moira's behind us right now. You know, when the video feels so inclined is to actually do something. So, you know, just, like, check on Moira now and then. You know, Brigitte, you gotta keep an eye on the back line and the front line to see who needs the armor pack. So you can have, like, I just caught a glimpse of Moira going back in critical health. Just, like, keep an eye, you know, look back at the other healer now and then just to make sure that they're not getting fucked up. Because it's easy to get caught up in the moment as Brigitte and just, like, be swinging into people. you gotta, like, turn around and actually look at the back line as well, because someone back there might actually, like, need the armor pack more. That's like the skill testing thing with Brigitte, is like actually maintaining awareness and picking out targets in the fight, both for armor pack and like who you're trying to stun, who you're trying to push away, and all that business. She's very easy to play mechanically, but you know, someone like, it's funny how people think that some heroes are automatic. Like, you know, people have this opinion that Winston and Mercy are automatic heroes to play, and they pilot themselves. Yet weirdly enough, I've seen a lot of people play Winston and Mercy who are terrible at those heroes. So, it's not, just because they're easy mechanically doesn't mean they're just easy, you know. Brigitte's all about, like, awareness and picking out targets in the fight. And it's just very easy to just get caught up and start swinging into people, you know? Very easy to be that way. Because she makes you feel like you can. So Moira is in critical health, and we don't seem to be aware of that. You know, we didn't see her for very long, but she did get dropped down into critical health, and we didn't heal her. She needed healing, and we didn't even notice. She ended up using the armor pack on herself. So that was all very unfortunate. Where was the pulse bomb even? We didn't get stuck, did we? No, it was somebody who was getting pushed with us. It's very unfortunate, basically, is the moral of this part right here. It's like, you block the hammer down for the most part, and then we just kind of get pinned out of nowhere. There's a lot going on, so, you know, I'm not gonna e-bully you too much over not noticing it and stunning the Reinhardt. Ideally, of course, you would. Shield Bash is quite responsive as an ability, but there was a lot going on at the time, so I'm not gonna belabor it too much. Sometimes you get hit by stuff that's unexpected, and, you know, that's just part of life. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you get hit in the face with the Helix rocket right as you get hit with the Fire Strike, and you just die in a fraction of a second. It's just how it is. It used to be that you would just get hit by Scatter Arrow sometimes, and you would just die. You know, now it's just that sometimes Hanzo just shoots you and you die. It's just how life is. Anyway, yeah. So, we lost the first checkpoint. It's fine. Dorado, you can defend any of the checkpoints on Dorado, really. It's one of the most balanced maps in the game, I would say. The first checkpoint might be, like, a little bit too difficult to get past as the attacking team, but, like, it's a pretty well-balanced map. It's up there with Kings Row and Hollywood, I would say, as being some of the better balanced map. One of the better balanced maps in the game. You can feasibly win on any of the checkpoints. So we know there's a Winston above us, which is sort of what we're waiting for right now. And we didn't end up stunning him, and he slipped away. If we stunned him, he would have probably died, because Roadhog's here, but, like, you never know. The tire is a tragic thing to come at you as Brigitte. You know, you can try and whip shot it and hope it kills you, but that's hard and doesn't always work. Reinhardt stepped on a trap, and now he's gonna fucking die. He shouldn't have done what he did, and he got rightly punished for it. The tire is very sad for Brigitte, though. So, that's a very optimistic one right there. The hooks, you know, the whip shot isn't like a 40-meter range. It's only 20. So, Reinhardt, did he try to hammer down right there? Is that what I heard? No. Okay. I thought I heard him start saying hammer down when we stunned him. I was incorrect. So, we did stun him, and he was upset about that, and then he just basically all got chain CC'd. Feels bad, man. The Roadhog didn't really need the armor pack, but I guess nobody else really looks like they need it. Again, just, like, look back and make sure Moira isn't getting fucked up every now and then. You know, it's... awareness is an important skill in general. So we've gone chasing after this Winston. He's gone. He's not for us anymore. You know, if he came back to us, he would be extremely stupid. So he's not gonna do that reasonably. And our team are getting killed behind us. We should be over here helping them with that. You don't go off and, like, do your own thing like that as Brigitte very often, unless, like, you're trying to get the drop on, like, a Tracer or a Genji who's up to no good. You are better off sticking around with your team. So now Winston has come back around and started contesting the objective. We come back round. We're very low, and we're still trying to fight the Winston. We should be backing out. Like, we're not allowed to keep doing this. What took the damage off us? We got hit by Junkrat. Unfortunate. Just like just, like, whip-shot him and back up, honestly. Because, like, you're half health, and, like, yeah, Winston isn't gonna kill you immediately, but, like, Winston is gonna kill you if you're this low, and there are other people in the vicinity, so, you know, it can happen. Just, like, whip him back up and regen a little bit before you go back in. It is easy to die as Brigitte if you get too greedy. You know, Brigitte's hard to kill in general, but the thing that's gonna get you killed as Brigitte is just being greedy. So try not to overextend. She's a hero where it's very easy to feel like you're an immortal god and just start walking up to people. Like right now, we shouldn't be doing what we're doing right now, really, because not many of our team are around. Reinhardt was busy committing suicide. Like, we've been, like, running after the Tracer in, like, a big open space, and she knows we're coming. We're not likely to hit her unless she's bad, which we should not assume she's gonna be. And we just can end up, like, we're just gonna end up taking damage for probably not much return. You know, the way you die as Brigitte is by being too greedy. Like that Brigitte right there. Like, you see how greedy she was? If you're a greedy bitch, you'll get killed no matter who you are. Brigitte's the same way. So, we've got Rally, and... well, no, okay. Pulse Bomb behind us. Didn't manage to stun and kill Tracer. We were a little preoccupied with the Pulse Bomb. Like, should have popped Rally sooner than this, probably. Because, like, this is a team fight that's happening. After we see nobody dies to that, I'd just pop Rally and start going in, basically. Because, like... we're in. This is a team fight. We're happening. And Rally is one of those things where you want to use it as early in the team fight as possible. Because it's not an ultimate that's going to turn a team fight around, right? It doesn't have an immediate enough impact to immediately swing a team fight on its head. Which Transcendence can do, but like, you know, it's not one of those ultimates, really. All the support ultimates are in general this way. The exception is Transcendence, because that's one you hold for specific circumstances. But, like, all support ultimates are basically this way, where you want as many people to benefit from your ultimate for as long of a period as possible, which basically means use it as soon as in the team fight as possible, because you want everybody to get as much benefit out of it as possible. And if it's a gradual effect like Rally, the longer you hold it, the greater the chance of someone dying, rather than actually, like, benefiting from your ult. Especially if they're in critical health. It's not really going to save someone in critical health, usually. The armor pack will do that. Rally probably won't do that. So, you know, like, Rally's an odd ultimate. It's like, the ideal use case for Rally would be you use it just before the team fight starts, because you want to, get your team as full on armor as possible before the team fight starts. Then the team fight actually starts and you benefit from the regen in combat as well, but that's a difficult timing to get, so you usually just kind of use it as soon as the team fight starts, or like when it looks like the team fight's about to start. You know, if you're trying to initiate the fight, which, you know, not really initiate as Brigitte, but if you're trying to get your team to go in, popping Rally right, and then they'll start going in usually. Not always. Is one of the things I like about Brigitte is you can kind of force your team into trying to move forward a little bit, because we've all played the game on Hanamura where the Reinhardt won't walk through the gate. Brigitte can kind of like try and provoke him in a little bit. So he got killed by the tire. There's not much you can do about it as Brigitte. The best you can do is just try and block it or try and shoot it, like try and whip shot and hope it kills it. It's just one of those things where if the tire's coming at you and nobody else kills it, it's probably going to kill you. Unless the Junkrat's bad. That's the great equalizer in Overwatch, is that, you know, even if the circumstance is, like, massively not in your favor, if the enemy team are bad, it'll work out regardless. Similarly, if you're a god, it can work out regardless. So we, that bothered me a lot that we did that. So, Tracer, realistically, we probably could have killed in this situation for trying to do this, because, you know, we're doing something weird at the time. Don't do that. Because, like, she comes at us in, like, such a predictable maneuver. Like, if you see Tracer start blinking forward multiple times, she's coming in to try and stick someone. And then if she's running, like, directly at you and you see her blink forward, she's probably trying to stick you. Just bash her in the face, right? Or try and bash her in the face. You never know. It's one of those things where it's not always going to go in your face. Just, like, try and bash her in the face. If she's running directly at you and blinks forward, she's probably going to try and stick you. That's like a sort of an expected behavior for a Tracer, so bash her, kill her, you know. That's what Brigitte Brigitte can just kill Tracer. Unless someone helps the Tracer. Brigitte can just kill the Tracer. It's so nice to actually have somebody in the game who counters Tracer. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice to actually have, like, an objective Tracer counter in the game? Because we haven't had one for 2 years, right? People are like, McCree counters Tracer. Not really. Like, he can counter Tracer if he stuns her, but, like, the Tracer has a lot of room to play around McCree, and if McCree misses the flashbang, she kills the McCree. So, he can, but it's a skill-based matchup. Brigitte is, like, objectively a Tracer counter. So that she can stun her, she probably won't die to the Tracer, she can heal the person the Tracer's trying to kill. She, like, counters Tracer. It's so nice to have someone that's like, Tracer's causing me problems. I'm gonna change to Brigitte, you know? Other than being like, I'll change to McCree and hope I kill the Tracer, right? So this fight's just kind of been going well. They haven't they haven't had enough to keep the momentum going, and we've gotten some ultimates to kill off their momentum, so it's alright. They didn't get it all the way to the end. Now, it is still the journey of 1,000 miles. We do still have to basically get it to the end of the track. But having to basically get it to the end is a lot better than having to actually get it to the end. So, does this boy keep playing Torbjorn? I did watch this through earlier, but as you can see, I've absorbed 0 of the information on what I saw. Yeah, he's just still gonna play Torbjorn. So, you know, that's not really what I would consider to be optimal, but it is what's happening. It is at least a payload map, but, you know. Ouroboros, you know, there's some, I've just noticed that Hanzo's name is Ouroboros, and I'm thinking that that's got some possibilities for his ultimate, because I'm just thinking about his ultimate is the 2 snakes, right? That'd be pretty sick. There's grounds in there for the Ouroboros on Dr. Hanzo. He doesn't really do much to heal yet, you know. He's like a consultant, but it's not a very good one, really. Acupuncture. There we go. That's what we, it's not quite, you know, it's getting a bit, I was just thinking about, like, the ultimate, and I'm like, the 2 snakes as the ultimate would be really sick. We've got to find a way to force this onto Hanzo, basically. Acupuncture makes a lot of sense. That's the one. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the way we get there, I think. Come on. Blizzard, I'm making money over here for you right now. So we got pinned right there. I've been talking about my own bullshit. I haven't been looking at what's going on. Because I'm just picturing the snakes. That'd be so good. Anyway. So they're above us right now. Like, this is not really a standard maneuver for a Reinhardt player. But we do know they're all above us right now. So we should be, like looking above us more right now, because we get taken by surprise by this. This isn't what Reinhardt should do. Yes, that's an appropriate response. That's true. I know Reinhardt players are dumb. I play Reinhardt. He's not allowed to do that, and I would have been taken by surprise as well. But we do know, can you please unmute? But we do know they are directly above us, so we should be looking up there more actively. If we're just looking up there, instead of kind of just like looking around, we would have seen it coming. And we know they're all up there. We want to know what they're doing, you know. Because people will jump down on you sometimes. They're not meant to just jump down on you, but they will still do it sometimes, and you gotta be ready for it, because if you ain't ready for it, that's how something like that kills you. This is old. He just killed him with scatter arrow. How about that? The olden times. Ah. I look back so fondly on those days. I fucking called it. I knew Hanzo was gonna be awful. He's awful. It must feel good if you're a Hanzo player, right? So, you know, keep your eyes open. It must feel good to be a Hanzo player. From the bottom to the top, right? People being like, oh, great. Someone picked Hanzo. Now it's just like, yeah, both teams are probably gonna have a Hanzo on them. That's just how life is now. Life's difficult sometimes. So they're pushing really far, even without us. That's cool. Even though we have a Torbjorn on our team. That's cool also. Sometimes it just all works out. The best feeling in the world is when you don't have to actually put that much work in. Double block. Stun him. He didn't countercharge. He's bad, but we're here to save him. And then it turns right back around on the other Reinhardt. Look at that. Textbook. Their Brigitte's now using Rally. We'll never kill their Brigitte. That's just how life is. Now we've got Rally, and we're going to use it. Tracer's killed herself. Good job, Big Earl. They've already lost, like, 2 people really soon in there. You know, we're using Rally. Things are going well. We don't really have to put much effort in on that one, which is the ideal in Overwatch. I love when I don't have to put that much work in. That's why I like to play Reinhardt. Very easy to play here. You just hold right-click. Let everyone else do the work for you. All you gotta do is push Q now and then. Easy money. That's when people are like, "Oh, you got carried." Fucking good. That means I probably didn't deserve to win that game, but I did anyway. Fucking sick. Well, I like to actually earn my SR. No one in recorded history has ever legitimately been upset they got carried. They're like, "Fuck yeah, won the game." You wouldn't be complaining about people getting carried if you were the one who got carried. Yeah, anyway. It's just one of those things that, like, people say it and I'm like, I don't know why you would ever take that as, like, an insult. I'm glad I got carried. I won. Anyway. So, Torbjorn is dead right now because, you know, not really ideal. Nice big juicy head hitbox, easy to kill. Reinhardt decided he didn't want to live. He saw his friend Torbjorn die, and he decided that he didn't want to live in this world without his hammer bro. So he promptly threw himself in there to die. So we got scatter arrowed. That's cool. You know, life's difficult. We should be just... Don't stop. Just keep leaving. Just keep leaving. We saw him, like, angling at us as well. Like, we could see him up there angling at us, and we didn't put the shield up. Probably because we were looking at the Moira at the time. Just leave. You know, just leave. Fight's over. If she wants to stay up there and die, that's her business. You should just leave. And even, like, even if we're sticking around, like, we could have seen that one coming at the same time. Because he got up there and he was looking at us. Awareness, important aspect of the game in general. So Reinhardt wants to go... No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Okay, Reinhardt wants to go right. That's fair enough. Roadhog doesn't want to go right. Roadhog wants to be over here. Go with Reinhardt. Go wherever the majority of the team are going. Roadhog's over here doing his own thing by himself. Fucking let him. Go with where most people are going. Most people probably want to go with Reinhardt. Most people are indeed going up there with Reinhardt. If one dude's going to go off and do his own thing... That's his business. You just want to go with the majority of the team. Because if you end up just going like the dude who's by himself, like, you can't really keep him alive, right? Like, if somebody's doing something stupid, there's not much you can do about that. You just go with the majority of the team and, like, try and help them instead. So, you could theoretically see this coming, and block it, because Reinhardt hasn't used Earth Shatter in a while. And Earth Shatter charges quite quickly. It's one of those ultimates that everybody benefits from keeping track of, because it's very scary. But Brigitte's shield is not the best at blocking Earth Shatter either. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's just... Brigitte's got a lot of buggy interactions. She's not 100% consistent and working as intended. My favorite is when you stun the Reinhardt out of the charge, because, like, you stun him, but he pins you for, like, half a second, and then he's like, alright, I got stunned, I'll let you go. Sometimes he doesn't let you go, though. Some of it's a little bit inconsistent. Most people probably don't even notice. When you play the game and, like, one hero as much as I do, you start to notice these weird little things. It's like when they changed Reinhardt a really long time ago, where they changed it. Basically, they made Earth Shatter a little less responsive, and they made his left click worse. And I could tell immediately, and he felt awful. Even though he didn't change that looking at him, you wouldn't know he changed. But if you played a lot of Reinhardt, the second they changed that, I was like, this is awful. And then they dialed it back a little bit after that, like... There are some things that, like, when you're in, you notice. Anyway, that doesn't really have much to do with anything. You know me. There's no concise salient points here. There's a lot of random bullshit. Remember when we were talking about acupuncture Hanzo? I remember it like it was yesterday. Anyway. Fight's happening. A lot of people dead right now. 2 people dead. Roadhog. Quickly on the path towards death. What are you doing? The cat's up to no good. Does your cat, if you got a cat, does your cat do this? My cat just wants to, like, lick plastic wrappers, right? Like, he's trying to get at this fucking plastic wrapper. He's got no interest in the food inside the wrapper. He just wants to lick the wrapper. Does your cat do that? Or is my cat weird? I know my cat's weird. That's obvious. Is your cat weird in the same way? Because it's one of the most perplexing things he does. He's got no interest in the food. That's the mind-boggling part. He just wants the wrapper. Anyway. 2 people dead. Roadhog dead. Not much about that. We got Rally. We don't want to use Rally right now. We just want to leave. Regroup with our team. Team are regrouping. We're spamming I need healing. Don't, like, I hate when people are just, like, laying into the button like that. And, like, oh. I stand by this to this day, okay? I think healer support mains in general would be like 50% less salty. Here comes the cat. Healing support mains would be like 50% less salty if the voice line was, instead of I need healing, it's I request healing. Because people don't like to be told what to do. And I think that would make people less salty, because, I mean, I'm the same way. I get, sometimes I see that fucking Widowmaker going, I need healing, I need healing. And I'm like, what's the magic word, bitch? You know? Sometimes I get that way. Even though, like, especially if it's someone like Widowmaker. Widowmaker has a really bad voice line for that. She says, I need healing. Bitch! You got like 150 health. You don't need healing. You want healing. And that, you know, and that's how it starts. Then the salt has started, and it's all downhill. Yo, stop what you're doing. Cats. So, we've popped Rally. We're going in. Their Reinhardt's dead right at the start of the fight. We went on the Mercy. I like that we went on the Mercy. Because Brigitte's pretty good at killing and bullying around a Mercy. We could have stunned her. If we, you know, getting used to the exact range on shield charge is beneficial, because there was a period there we could have bashed her before she actually flew away. She would have, like, still gotten away, but it reduces the chance, you know? Look. You can, look, just take the wrap. Just take the wrapper and go. And there he goes, licking on the wrapper. How did we die? Oh god, it's a bad day. It's been a bad day today, hasn't it? So, we died because we got stunned in the dragon. Sucks to suck. Look what Torbjorn's gotten away with. Isn't that depressing? Oh yeah, now I give you the wrapper, you don't want it. Fucking cats. It's very upsetting that Torbjorn actually got away with that. So yeah, we got stunned in the dragons. Sucks. Even if we didn't get stunned, we might have still died, because we were in a slightly inconvenient position to get away from the dragons. And the dragons kill you quite quickly. You know. As most offensive ultimates do. You know how it is. So, we've gotten back. The same fight is, like, still happening, and it's not going that badly. We can't do much about the Hanzo up there. No one on our team really can, so that's very upsetting. Did you hear that? You dying over there? Oh my god, he's losing his mind. The cat's fucking losing his mind. No one on our team can really deal with Hanzo, so that's very unfortunate. Wow, I'm so upset with your... I've just noticed the color of your cursor, and I'm so upset with it, because I, like, can't see it on this map, really. I'm colorblind, so that's my defense, though. So we go over here, we start smacking on Orisa. Once she uses Fortify, there's, like, no point hitting Orisa anymore, because, like, you're doing nothing to her. What I'm more interested in this position at this point is I'm looking at this boy down here, and I'm like, he's in fucking range right now. Like, Orisa, in general, like, fighting a tank as Brigitte is not usually the best use of your time. Unless you're trying to stun the tank and fuck with his groove, you know. That's fair enough. Like, if you can get to a DPS or a support, that's a better use of your time. Especially since if you're, you can be, like, completely occupying a DPS's attention, but because of how Inspire works, you're just, like, ambiently healing people while you're fighting them, so it's like a net profit if you're occupying that DPS's time. We could have gotten up to the Hanzo right there. And we did see him, you know. We didn't get, like, a super good look at him, but we did see him. Awareness is important. This is the thing I'm noticing the most in this game. This was true of the last game of yours we saw as well, is where, like, awareness is, like, the thing that's kind of sticking out. Pick Winston, kill Hanzo. The olden times when Winston could kill Hanzo instead of Hanzo killing Winston. Do you remember those times, my boy? No, I know, it seems like eons ago, doesn't it? So, yeah. The cat settled down, finally now. He's gonna leave in like 3 seconds. So we don't have much time left. We've got some armor. That's cool. Thank you, Father. Now we are a real tank. Now we are not a real tank anymore. We got shot. Easy come, easy go. Little high, little low. So we've almost got Rally built up. That's cool. You know, this is going to be the last fight. We're definitely going to get Rally for the fight, at least. I know how that is. I know how that is. There isn't actually a, I saw someone complaining about this. I haven't actually looked at the settings. There isn't actually, like, an armor pack sensitivity in the settings either, is there? I saw somebody complaining about that the other day. To be fair, I haven't checked, so that might be fake news. But, that's like bullshit if it isn't actually there, right? It wouldn't help. Like, honestly, the way Brigitte is, armor pack sensitivity wouldn't help. It's just like, it's just one of those, you know, sometimes you just gotta do this. Like, that's just what you gotta do sometimes when you push the armor pack as Brigitte. Sometimes you're just gonna be sad. Sometimes it's gonna go on the completely wrong person. Sometimes I've pushed E on the person all the way over there, and I've, like, quickly turned away, and it's not put it on the person over there, it's put it on the person over there, even though I pushed E facing that direction. You can see an example of that if you want to go back and watch the Brigitte video I uploaded. The Brigitte video, you know. So, anyway, we had Rally, we went in, we started fighting. Junkrat died at the start of the fight, but they lost a bunch of people at the start of the fight. However, a bunch of us just died to the dragon, including both healers. We're going to change to Lucio to try and get back in time, but it's not looking good. Are we going to make it? Yep. Ooh, rollouts. Ooh. Ooh, skate boy, skate. Ooh, didn't make it. Jet Set Radio. There goes the cat. Bye-bye, cat. No, are you actually going? There he goes. Okay, he's gone now. Everybody say goodbye. No! I need to know what he did. That's a textbook Torbjorn play of the game right there. He got none of it. None of it. None of these kills belong to Torbjorn. Textbook. So, things that stand out the most in this game, basically, like, awareness is the biggest thing that stands out in this game. We don't notice stuff going around. We're not actively looking around as much as we should be. We don't see stuff that's going on. We're not, like, actively checking the back lines and everything enough, which is like, Brigitte's all about guarding the back line, and we're not, like, looking at them enough. Target prioritization in some situations. I'm thinking of the Hanzo right at the end, but that was also kind of awareness, because I don't think we saw Hanzo either at the same time. Stun more boys, also. That's the thing you really want to try and leverage about Brigitte, is how disruptive she is in a fight. You're stunning a dude, you're healing that dude who's who's like close to dead, now he's full health again, look at that, he doesn't die. You're stunning this bitch, you're pushing Winston away from your team so he has to re-engage again. Just try and be as disruptive in a fight as possible. Brigitte's one of those heroes where you gotta, like, go up there and fight, right? She's like Reaper in this respect. There's not, when you're playing Brigitte, there's no, like, poking and prodding and, like, feeling each other out phase. There's just, I go now, and that's it. You just gotta know when to go and, like, fight someone, and then just, like, push all of Brigitte's buttons are very impactful cooldowns. So, like, you gotta know when to go, and just push those buttons on people. And the trick is finding the most impactful person to push the button on at a time, but that's what it's about. So anyway, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. And I hope you found the video helpful.